Welcome to Sipping Tea with V. It's your girl V Brown, and we're gonna go ahead and get into the Bad Girls Club reunion part 1. This is season 17, and this is East Coast versus West Coast. Y'all be the judge and let me know who do y'all feel like reigns supreme. Now, I'm an East Coast girl at heart, so you already know who I'm rocking with. The East Coasters all day, every day. Okay. Before we get into that, let me go ahead and taste some of my tea of choice. Yes. And y'all already know what my tea of choice is. That's Crown Royal Apple and Sprite. Okay? Now, I want y'all to go ahead, sip y'all tea, and get into this recap because it's kind of a lot, but I'm going to try to keep it as short and quick as I can. I love me some Tanisha, but I didn't like her hair. You know, I don't know what it is. She tries these colors for the reunion. I don't like her hair. I wasn't really a fan of any of the girls' looks for the reunion. Erica Mena is still looking good, though. I like the red on Erica Mena. Now, Erica Mena, she meets up with Key, Brianna, Fran, and Sayora. The ladies say they aren't here for the talking. They want to put hands and feet on bitches. Okay. I don't understand why Brianna and Suzanne even have any type of issues on Twitter, whatever. They didn't even get to meet each other in the house, so I don't understand what issues they have with each other. What I think actually happened is somebody made up a fake page, went at Brianna. Brianna thought it was the real Suzanne's page, and now she got issues with Suzanne. That's what I think happened. Erica Mena goes over to talk to Key Marie, Seven, and Suzanne. She brings up the fact that Shay, the Shayla, isn't there. Shay says she stands alone, but clearly she stood at home because she wasn't at the reunion. Key Marie and Suzanne say that Brianna made a fake page to make it seem like it was Suzanne coming at her. I don't know why she would do that. It doesn't really make any sense. That's childish and petty. And you know, what is she gaining from that? What is she getting from that? So I don't really believe that's what happened. I believe one of these fans, Bad Girl Club fans, made a fake page and went at Brianna. That's what I think. Now, Fran said originally she was the first girl in the house to say she wanted to go home. I'm glad she stayed and made it to the end, though, because Fran brought something different to the show, and we saw her grow and evolve in the show and become independent and stand on her own. So I appreciate Fran for staying. Kiana definitely had Fran's back throughout the whole show. She was willing to get her own ass beat to have her back. So, Kiana, you the real MVP, girl. Keep being her friend. Sayora's body, even though it's brought, even though it's paid for, looks very natural and good. Like she been working out and getting it popping or something because it looks great. You go, girl. She didn't look like she was big on the show because she kept referring to herself. She kept saying, I gained a lot of weight on the show. I didn't see it, but you look even better than you did on the show. And you looked great on the show as well. Let me just say, the dude in the audience who the cameraman kept panning to, I don't know why he kept only going to this guy, but the dude looks like Nick Young. He's a basketball player. And it was killing me, all of his facial expressions and how he was really into the show. I'm like, this dude is really loving this right now. Tanisha called Shay, the Shayla, to see what's going on with her and why she didn't show up. It seems like to me, even though it's TV, Shay picked up on the first ring. I don't know if she was sitting by the phone or what, but she said, I'm not going to be like the Claremont twins, and when Tanisha called me, I'm not going to answer. I'm going to make sure I'm by the phone and I'm going to answer. And she answers all happy. She says she's over it all at this point. She doesn't want to deal with the drama at all. She says she wasn't afraid of no fight with Seven and Key, but that doesn't make any sense to me because if you weren't afraid, you would have showed up. All this stuff you saying on the phone could have been said in person on the reunion. You could have said your piece and dipped out. I wouldn't even call it the Shayla because I'm not going to give you the platform to say what you got to say on the reunion when you could have just came to the reunion and said it. So the Shayla is not a bad girl because of that. She's not a bad girl also because you allow another person to not let you be yourself. You don't give nobody power over you, boo. Nobody. Okay? Period. So So Fran, now after the phone call, after Tanisha hung up with Shay, Fran got up and started twerking. And it was the funniest thing to me because she was like hopping and shaking at the same time. I didn't know what was going on. I was kind of nervous for her. I like the look back at the ladies that they did after what they after them going after their business goals and everything. That is the one thing I liked about this season of BGC. They focused on the girls' careers and having something after the show. So not just being on the show and acting ratchet, but they actually had things to look forward to after the show. I think they should have been doing that from the beginning of Bad Girls Club for all the seasons, and the ladies who were on the seasons. That's just my thing. Kiana says she has been getting it in sexually, y'all. I'm like, oh, really, Kiana? Okay, girl, go ahead, get it in, because you damn sure wasn't getting it in on the show. Let me get this tea. I'm just saying. So when Kiana sees Seven, she gets on ready. Like, okay, I know this bitch coming out. I know we got issues. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm good and ready for whatever. She automatically goes in when Tanisha asks Seven why she took her shoes off. Kiana says she didn't even give me a chance to put my shit down. You a weak ass bitch. You a weak ass bitch. Seven said, okay then, what's up? They both stand up, so it's fair because they both got up at the same time. They both facing each other. But Kiana, here's where I have a problem, and this is where things go wrong for you. You know y'all are about to put hands on each other and fight. Why would you not put your hands up and get in your stance or whatever your fighting mode is? Why would you stand there with your hands down? You see Seven was ready with her hands up and she had her stance. The next thing you know, bam, bam, bam. Like she bopping that ass. And I'm like, Kiana, this is the problem with you. You don't have no stance. You can't hold your ground. And you don't be ready to swing when it's time to swing. So more like the first punch landed on Kiana, right in Kiana's face. Then there was some swinging and throwing each other around. It looks like Kiana at least tried to pinch Seven, at least try to get a little pinch in, girl, because she wasn't getting no hits in. But Seven came out victorious once again, even though the other fight with the whole situation, when they came back from Las Vegas, that wasn't a fair one, because I feel like Seven should have been like, well, what's up? Like, put your shit down. What's up? Let's get it. And then that would have been, something different. But you came at the girl off guard. She had a whole bunch of shit in her hand. You ain't give her no chance to put the shit down on nothing. You just went to, what's up? Boom, 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 boom. So now we talk about Key Marie. She realizes that all that time she spent in the house being mad, if she would have put the same energy into her music, she would have been so much further along. Growth. Finally, Key Marie. What I will say is Key looks a lot better than she did on the show. I don't know if it was the hair. I don't know what it was. But on the show, she just was not hitting at all. Seven comes back out and reintroduces herself to Tanisha like the fight didn't just happen, or like she didn't come to the reunion for that purpose. Tanisha asks Key why DeShayla isn't there, and she says with conviction, cause she's a bitch. She's a bitch. Seven doesn't even have anything to say to DeShayla at this point except that she's the punk because she didn't come to the reunion. Now, they share tears and are very emotional because they thought that Shay was actually their friend. And I thought she was too, but she couldn't be herself around Key. So if you can't be yourself around somebody, how can you actually consider that person as a friend? And I do think that's more so DeShayla's fault than it is Key's fault. But Key, you knew she wasn't being herself. You knew she wasn't being herself, so, or opening up or anything. Key fell out when she saw Brianna and Shay kissing. Key was definitely a bully on the show to me. Always jumping in someone's face, yelling and doing all that. When her and Shay started to argue, when her and Sayora started to argue on the reunion, Key got up and walked off proclaiming, look at God, look at God. And again, I say growth, because we already know if that was a situation in the house, Key would have been all up in Sayora's face, so they probably would have already been fighting. So, I'm proud of Key for that moment. Kiana comes back out. They discuss the beef or not so beef with that she has with Seven. I never understood it. I didn't understand why they didn't get along. I felt like Seven kind of sort of put the whole thing that she has with bigger girls. She kind of put that onto Kiana as well. I don't feel like they ever really had any real issue. And Seven already had it in her mind that she was going to have an issue with Kiana because she is a bigger girl. And she has problems with bigger girls back home. Now, Key comes back out and says she has respect for everyone on some level. I don't believe that, but that's what she says, so let's roll with that. Now, welcome Susan to the stage. Messy ass Kiana is like, "What's up, bitch? Huh? What's up?" The face she made after she said it shows she was being messy. Messy boots as always. Now, I don't like Susan's outfit. I kind of felt like it was ill-fitting for her, but Kiana can't really talk about outfits because her shit look like she is a goth mother, or like she's into goth or something like that. The dress just isn't cute. I mean, I don't know what she was really going for. I don't know. It was like red carpet mixed with all the titties out. Like she had to literally use her hair to cover her titties. Crazy. So Tanisha asked Susan what was it like seeing the other girls. Susan says, "Oh, I didn't see them. I didn't see nobody." So Kiana hit her ass with that, "We didn't see your divorce coming either, honey," and starts dying laughing. Susan starts taking her shoes off like, "Okay, I see where this is about to go." Susan is semi-holding a conversation with Tanisha while still taking her shoes off. Then we catch Sayora snatching her heels off. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And she snatched them shits off with the quickness. Susan tied her hair back. Tanisha is like, "Why do I feel like you're getting ready for something?" I'm like, "Tanisha, you've been doing this way too long and you done been a bad girl before. You know when a bitch take her shoes off and tie her hair back, some shit about to go down. So get ready to move around." Susan said it's because she's on the show with girls who want to put on a show. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of sort of the premise of the show, to put on a show for people watching. Kiana is hyping it up, and Tanisha is like, "I'm gonna need you to stop hyping this shit up, okay?" Susan said this girl sitting next to you talking about, she was talking about Kiana, really wants to be like you so bad. She wants to be you. Kiana said, be like her, be like her. Are you kidding me? Susan said, this girl really ain't Brooklyn. Baby, I don't know if that struck a chord or what, but we all know once Kiana gets into that high-pitched voice and starts yelling, the run-up is like, it's time to get it popping. So she go to holler, "Well, run up, bitch, run up." Susan stood up and Key stood up, I guess to stop her from fighting. Key Marie stood up, I guess to stop Susan from fighting, but not really, because she ended up walking off. I guess she just didn't want to be in the middle of it, be around it. So she walks off. Fran stood up and said, "Shut up, Susan, sit down." I was like, all right, Fran, now you already know. Kiana finally swung first with Susan like 10 feet away. So she hit all air. Didn't hit nobody. Maybe she hit the security guard, but I mean, that wasn't the target that she was aiming for. I died like, damn, this show is supposed to be your redemption. It's the reunion. It's supposed to be your redemption day, and you have to redeem yourself, but you have done nothing to do that. Like, nothing. We saw you get your ass beat multiple times on the show, 3, 4, 5 times on the show, and then you come on the reunion and you gonna do the same thing? Damn. So next thing we know, it cuts to Kiana saying she wants some steak. We all know that that's Tanisha's thing. She likes to throw food up. You know, once a fight happens or an argument happens, she likes to throw food up. So, you know, I was like, all right, now, that is Tanisha's thing, Kiana. So Tanisha said she has something even better for her. Kiana's interested in it. She's like, what? What is it? Is it a Butterfinger? I'm like, Kiana, cut it. Now, on the next part of the reunion, Brianna steps off onto the stage, ready with her Tim boots on, which I would never wear Tim boots to fight in. That's just me. I don't know if that's like, and Brianna is from the LA area. She's not even from the East Coast, but you know, that's an East Coast thing. I would say a New York or a northern thing for girls to fight in Timbs or guys to fight in Timbs. Down south, we don't do that. Like, we might throw on some Uptowns or Air Force Ones, or I don't know what they call these days. I don't wear tennis shoes like that. I probably got 2 or 3 pairs of tennis shoes, so I don't know what they're being called these days. But yeah, we not putting on no Timbs down in Florida to fight. Like, that's just not what we doing. So that was different for me. But even more crazier was the fact that all the girls, except for Sayora once again, are about to get into a fight. Kiana is fighting Suzanne, I think. Or Suzanne is fighting Fran. No, Suzanne is getting her hair pulled. Kiana is fighting somebody. Somebody is over somebody. I don't know. It's a lot going on, okay? That's what I will say. So, y'all stay tuned for next week for the Bad Girls Club Reunion Part 2. I will be back on Sunday. Is it Sunday? Yeah, I will be back on Sunday for the Real Housewives of Atlanta Reunion Part 3, which is going to get deep. So, y'all be ready for that reunion / recap. Make sure you have your tee-hee-hee-hee on deck, because there's a lot of hot, scolding tee-hee-hee-hee being thrown on the reunion. Okay? Now, thank y'all for rocking with me. Make sure y'all subscribe. Like, definitely, and comment below and let me know what y'all thought about Reunion Part 1. It wasn't that interesting, but, you know, we had a couple of highlighted moments. I'm going to sip my tea. Y'all already know, always keep it sweet. And I will see y'all Sunday.